Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to the first video of the year. Happy Friday, happy new year, happy 2026. So this video we will be journaling, so go whip out that journal, go whip out your notes app, go do whatever you have to do to write all your goals and aspirations, because that's what we're going to be doing today. This is kind of like a slow kind of start to the year, something that we can do to just prepare, because I feel like January is just for like preparing for the year, and then the rest of the month is to implement everything. But January, I always like to have a slow start to the year, taking every day step by step, trying not to overwhelm myself, because like making goals can be overwhelming, but in the end we have achieved a lot so far in our lives, so we can do it. We know we can do it. So in my journal, I like to do a yearly wrap before I put in the things that I did and the things that I want to do. So for example, in 2024 I did a 2024 wrap, and I wrote the year, and then I wrote everything that happened, like everything. And then on the next page I put in 2024 and I wrote a list of everything that I did, all my accomplishments. And then I put on the next page in 2025 I will, and I wrote everything down. But when I write my goals, I don't like to just write them. I like to write steps that will help me achieve them. So the first one I put, I hope to get my driver's license. You know, that did not happen, but a step under it was I'll get my physical. That did happen. I will practice on the app. That did happen. And take driving lessons. That did not happen, but I did get my permit, so we are one step closer. So in the new year, hopefully this year, I will actually get it. And I'm very determined to get it this year because I can no longer wait. I need to be driving around. I already wrote down my 2025 wrapped. I did that on the 31st, so I just did 2025 wrapped. I put the date, and then I wrote everything. Like, I kid you not, I write down everything that I can remember. I go through my camera roll and see what I did. I wrote 2 full pages. And so now on the next page, I am going to write down all the things that I did in 2025. And I always like to date things because I like looking back on it. I'm a very sentimental person. So this is what I started with in 2025 and then I dated it. So in 2025, I'd say the biggest thing that I did was I got my permits. Yep. And this year I will get that driver's license. I'm not even playing. I also tried out for rowing and I got on the team. I did have to stop because I got injured in the summer from my job, but technically I still did it. I did something out of my comfort zone and I actually really enjoyed it, so I hope that this year I can get all my health issues figured out so I can continue rowing. Another thing that I did was I really let myself treat myself. I have a really hard time with buying myself stuff. I will always buy people stuff, like my family. I will always get them gifts. But when it comes to me, I have a really hard time spending money on myself because I don't think I deserve it nor need it. But last year I really put that into work and I treated myself. So I'm gonna write that down. I feel like 2025 was really a year for transformation. Like, I had just turned 20 and I feel like when you're emerging into adulthood, life changes and it's just a whole lot. I'm gonna continue writing everything that I did because it is a whole list, and then we can come back together when I have to write my goals. Hopefully you're doing this with me, and put down some of your accomplishments that you're really proud of, or just things that you did in 2025 in the comments. So I wrote down a whole lot for 2025, but my pen ran out of ink. I like using gel pens because they're super fun. I want glitter gel pens, so I think I might get that for myself. But I wrote in 2026 and then I put the date. So now I'm gonna write my goals, but I wanted to write one with you guys so you could see what I meant by like writing like subtext basically. So I would like to get my license. Now under it, I'm just gonna write drive with fam, do driving lessons. I have money saved up specifically for this. That's what I mean by writing steps to get to the main goal. So in order to get my license, I would need to drive with my family, do driving lessons, and all that jazz. So I write little goals that'll get me to my big goal, so it's not as overwhelming. The sun did set, so we're back to bright lighting. Even though I like writing in the dark, it was very peaceful. But I got my 2025 and I got my 2026. Now I'm gonna do my monthly intention since it is the beginning of January. I wanted to do January in freaking blue because, you know, winter, but you know, I can't do that, so I think I'm gonna do green, which is the next best thing. So I'm just gonna write the month. So like I want to write down all my intentions and things and goals that I have for this month specifically. So the first one I'm going to put is my birthday, of course. Yes. Hashtag 21. So the theme is freshly 21. So like lemonade kind of theme. I want it to be fun. There has to be a lot of dancing. I want to try a dirty Shirley Temple because I love Shirley Temple. So mix with a little bit of alcohol, I guess, you know, get jazzy. You probably can't see what I'm writing, but that's why I'm saying it as I write it. I also want to try a lemon drop because I do love lemonade and I feel like that would be fun. And then there was another drink that I had in mind, but I don't remember. But I'm not trying to glorify like drinking, but you know, 21, it's supposed to be fun turning 21, and you know, alcohol is involved with turning 21. So yeah, there's that monthly intention section, because I feel like that was just like the one of the few exciting things that happened in January, because obviously, you know, gotta be happy about the birthday. But for monthly intentions, I want to stick to routines. I tend to get like very anxious about like school starting up and, you know, my birthday, so I hold myself to certain expectations that always overwhelm me. So I'm just gonna try to stick to routines, like, you know, my skincare, doing my hair care every Sunday, doing self-care. I also just want to take things slow. I don't want to just heavily start thinking about, oh, I need to get my driver's license, so I need to hurry up and take driver's license. I do not. I want to thoroughly plan things. So I'm going to take this month to figure out what are the best times within my schedule that I can take driver's lessons, get in touch with driving instructors, stuff like that. I also want to start budgeting even more. Like, I already budget and I have a savings account, but I really want to start budgeting even more. So like, I would just put money in my savings, put money away in my high yield savings account, but I want to split it up more into, like, you know, I have a budget link for going out, like $20 for going out, stuff like that. So I want to do that more thoroughly. Yeah, that's all I have for right now. I'll come back if anything comes up. Okay, so I wrote two last things. I don't know if you can see them, but I want to indulge in reading while I can and I'm on break, because I really do want to get to my reading goal. Last year it was 35 and I only read 19 books, and I had the time during break, but I was focused on Vlogmas. So now that I don't have to go into school till the 12th and it is the 2nd, I want to take this time to read as much as I can, but not overwhelm myself, and like, I need to get as many books as I can in this time. And then the second one I put is just focus on little things. Like, I want to wake up and be more grateful that, like, I woke up and I'm breathing the air that I am, and I'm able to get up and I'm able to say good morning to my mom, my sister, you know, stuff like that. Just tiny little things. And I think that is all the journaling that I will do for today. Okay, thank you guys so much for journaling with me. I hope you had fun. I always like talking about new goals and stuff to do for the new year because I do feel like it's a fresh start. Like, I know people say like, oh, you can't change in 5 minutes and be a new person, but honestly I feel like a lot can happen in a year and a lot can change within 5 minutes too. So I always like to try and look at the positive side of things, if you will, and I love just talking about goals and things that I want to do and reflecting on the past year and all the things that I did. I really want to do that one trend where you put like a bunch of pins. I think people use sticky notes, but mainly people just put like a bunch of toothpicks and people just say all their accomplishments that they did throughout 2025. I really want to do that. I don't know if I'll do that here or maybe on TikTok. I don't know, I'm not sure, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you had fun. One thing that I forgot to tell you guys that I did write down was that I want to plan more when it comes to YouTube, because sometimes I scramble and when it comes to the week of, I never know what to do because I'm in school. So I want to try and plan out videos throughout the semester so I'm not as overwhelmed. But that is it for this video. I hope to see you guys next week. Bye!